Hello, and welcome to the Wellness Matters webinar for today, Creating Healthy Design Trends for 2021. My name is Michael Gallica. I'm the Vice President of Sales with Shores Global. We are a manufacturer of outdoor furnishings and cushions, and we primarily sell to the contract and hospitality market. And we are participants in the Innovation Lounge here in Miami, Florida. I'd first like to start by introducing Susan Satterlin, who is the Creative Director and CEO of the Innovation Lounge, and she will tell you a little bit more about the lounge.
Thank you, Michael, and thank you everybody for joining our webinar here today. It's live out of our Miami Innovation Lounge. My name is Susan Satterlin, and I am the founder of Innovation Lounges. We have created unique spaces where we show all innovative and sustainable land and sea products for the entire hospitality industry. We have more than 50 companies under one roof, and it is a one-stop shop for any cruise, river cruise, hotel, or hospitality setting. You can actually experience the products, meet the vendors, and have a relaxed chat over a cup of coffee. You will find everything needed from flooring, walls, ceilings, art, heaters, furniture, fabrics, and much more here in the Innovation Lounge. We are open daily, and we have monthly webinars. We have CEUs, cocktail hours, and architects and other industry people are very welcome to meet and spend a great time brainstorming here in the Innovation Lounge and working on different projects. We are also opening a new lounge in Hamburg this autumn, and we look forward to see you all either here in Miami or in Hamburg or other places in the world in the future where we're going to open a lounge. Thank you so much, and I'll give the word back to Michael.
Thank you, Susan. So if you're in the Miami area, please come by and visit the Innovation Lounge. It's quite an experience, and it's a great place to have an event. So, our first topic of today is going to be with Dawn Genders, who is from Design for Leisure. When it comes to design, it's always important to understand that the term wellness might mean different things to different people. But as designers, it's important to begin the integration of wellness into your conversations long before the process begins. With both of our presentations today, the idea of incorporating wellness aspects into an interior design was popular well before COVID-19 hit. But with everybody stuck at home in such close quarters, the pandemic made it even more important. Wellness can be found in the large and small details when it comes to design, from how a home or a hotel room or an office space is lit, how it smells, and into bigger considerations, optimizing design to give peace of mind in our new world lifestyle. Our first speaker, Dawn Genders, will give an overview of some specific wellness trends his company, Design for Leisure, is seeing in the creation of wellness sanctuaries. Whether in residential or commercial settings, Design for Leisure are specialists in creating award-winning hydrothermal spa and wellness environments, and the exclusive U.S. partner of Klafs, the leading German-based manufacturer of saunas sold worldwide. Both Design for Leisure and Klafs USA are innovative lounge partners, and here's a look at the products featured in our lounge. And without further ado, Don, take it away.
Thanks, Michael. Appreciated the introduction, and it's great to see the Innovation Lounge in person. I'm really excited about getting a chance to get across the ocean to come and see that in person. But at the moment, I've got to cope with just the video while I'm sitting here, sort of locked up in my office, my home office in London. If you see a small person appear in the corner of the screen, my grandson is staying with us, and he is very intrigued as to what Granddad is doing today. So please excuse that. Now, as Michael said, I'm Asia and CLAFS USA. We are the exclusive partners of CLAFS USA, so the only source for their products in America. But of course, CLAFS are a global company with global partners, and just about every country in the world can provide access to their range of products. Now, today I've got a delightful chance to talk to you about and tell you about why wellness matters. And to me, and as already said by Michael, wellness is a word that a lot of people don't even understand. So perhaps if I give you what we understand to be the official definition, and wellness is a word that is the opposite of sickness. So if we start from that basis, so instead of curing us when we're sick, everything we try to promote is prevention rather than cure, so that we stay well. Incorporating wellness features into a project can mean a wide range of solutions, from clean air to sustainable materials used in the manufacture of a product, to the wellness areas like ones that we design and, when invited, also build as well. Of course, wellness has been a priority for our clients for a great many years, and in fact, we've been doing this for 30 years. But we've seen a huge uptick in interest as more people become aware of the evidence-based benefits of sauna and steam rooms in the very simplest form of hydrothermal bathing, and for the benefits of reducing stress and improving sleep, to overall health benefits, improved respiratory health, lower blood pressure, and even the incredibly popular topic these days of immune building properties. Whether we didn't know much about our immune systems 12 months ago, I think we're all extremely well educated in building them up today. Another thing I want to mention is that I work closely with the Global Wellness Institute. In fact, for my sins, I'm the chair of that organization's hydrothermal initiative. This group has written a must-have free resource for anyone who's looking to design and build spa and wellness areas that use a lot of heat and water. So any of the wet areas: saunas, steam rooms, pools, cold pools, hot pools, snow rooms, ice rooms, the whole range of rooms, from Turkish hammams to Russian banyas. We cover everything, from different cultures across the globe. And here we have, just so you can see, my prop conveniently placed behind me. That book is available, and I'll tell you more about that later. First, I'd like to share some of the top trends that we have identified for 2021. And these are the trends that we as the initiative, as the hydrothermal initiative, have in fact just published a couple of weeks ago, and are available via the Global Wellness Institute. One of the biggest trends that we're seeing, and we've listed it first, is in-room, in-suite wellness. And when I say in-suite, I'm talking within the hospitality industry, and that's whether it's a hotel or it's a cruise ship or hospitality in any way, shape, or form. Firstly, we predict that there'll be an increased commitment to bringing wellness and well-being features into the hotel guest room, meaning bringing the concept of a spa directly into the hotel suite. The sauna featured here at the innovation, here on the screen that you can see at the moment is known as the CLAPS S1. Suitably cryptic. It doesn't give you any hint of what it does, but it's actually a telescopic or retractable sauna. So once it's compressed or closed, it actually is the depth of a standard closet, 600 millimeters or 2 feet. And these can be built within a wall of closets within a hotel environment or a hotel room environment. And of course, then this gives way to, well, if you can do it in a hotel room, you can do it at home. So at-home wellness sanctuaries are now, becoming ever increasingly important, and this year we've seen an enormous interest in people can't go to public facilities, and it's a case that they're beginning to realize, well, there is a possibility of bringing these home, into the home, and the self-care movement is going to grow stronger. There's no two ways about it. We're going to see that throughout 2021 and beyond. You'll be seeing more and more homeowners creating at-home wellness sanctuaries and features, running the gamut from biophilia to better air filtering systems, more natural lighting, finishes and furnishings, and of course amped up bathrooms and or dedicated wellness rooms that include zones for meditation, yoga, exercise, as well as saunas and steam bathing. And expect more adoption of respiratory wellness treatments like halotherapy, or more descriptively, salt, which is halotherapy is salt inhalation. I'm getting mouthful here. We've got halotherapy is salt inhalation therapy, and that may previously only been available in spas, but there are now really small portable units, rechargeable, that you can use in the home. And CLAPS manufacture a great little product called a Salt Pro X that is available to use at home. And this leads into aging well and in place. None of us are getting any younger, sadly, and the aging process and aging well is again a massively important and popular topic. We're seeing more and more consumers wanting a plan for their homes to age with them. Meaning there's been a huge increase in interest in solutions for wellness in private homes, retirement homes, and senior living communities, including a huge interest in immunity building activities, immunity boosting activities like hydrothermal bathing, which brings me on to the next trend and a much bigger focus on the old salus per aquam, or health through water. Hydrotherapy, balneotherapy, there are many different terms for this, depending on whether we're talking about the Latin or the Greek language roots for these names. But they're being reconsidered these days from a serious healthcare, self-care perspective. Hot tubs and jacuzzis, then they were almost seen as an extension of the cocktail bar. They're no longer being positioned as that extension of a fun place to go, but instead they're recognized as serious therapy. Once again, this is nothing new. I mean, the ancient Rome, water baths and hydrotherapy and water treatments were seen as highly important health-giving exercises, and we're seeing these whole treatments coming back to life yet again. Water's unique healing properties to facilitate rehabilitation and recovery, hot and cold, wet contrast therapy can be seen as stimulating the immune system, as well as the hot and cold thermal rooms, such as saunas and steam rooms we've already discussed. And it's being valued much more than ever before. We're seeing both standard pools and hydrotherapy pools being installed, less for fun and more for their wellness properties. Something that fits our next trend outdoors is the new wellness hotspot. I think that we've probably all seen more of the outdoors during the last 12 months than maybe we'd ever anticipated. Yeah, certainly in these lockdown countries we all live in, the one thing we've all tended to be allowed to do is to go out and walk and take some exercise and to get some fresh air. And it's almost as if people have begun to reconnect with the outdoors as a form of relaxation. You know, it's no longer somewhere you go occasionally. It's become a regular part of our way of life, and we're seeing this as an opportunity to bring sort of wellness, you know, wellness both at home and in the community. You know, in Nordic countries, we see outdoor public saunas, you know, popularized with enormous saunas, freestanding saunas built on, you know, wonderful locations, accommodating, you know, 50, 60, 80, 100. The biggest sauna in the world currently, a big public sauna in Poland, capable of taking 300 guests. Another example, of course, adding on to this, and again, something that's been around for time immemorial. I mean, you know, well, long before man, natural hot springs, which once upon a time were revered for their curative qualities. And once again, you know, we're reconnecting with this wonderful feature of nature. Finally, sleep is an incredibly important part of complete wellness practice. So I wanted to highlight the recently introduced the Sway Sleep Lounger from Clafs. This is the first bed engineered to rock you to sleep, and it can be experienced, you know, right here in the Innovation Lounge in Miami. During the introduction video, you had a brief clip of that of the Sway there, and it does literally rock you to sleep. It's got the most amazing, you know, movement built into it. So please, 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 if anybody has got in problems with sleep, then we can help you, and we'd love to talk to you about the Sway. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, the guide to the hydrothermal spa, which I was waving around earlier on, is now up on your screen for you to see, and it's a great aid to anybody involved in the planning, the operation, the design of wet areas. And these are development standards that have been assembled by some of the leading companies in the world. It's not just one company has put this together. It's a whole gamut of contributors and medical professionals who provided the evidence from research into the benefits as well. And so it doesn't matter whether it's residential, whether it's commercial. This book is available. It's available to all. If you'd like a copy, please send me an email. You'll get my details soon. Please send me an email. We'd be delighted to mail one out to you, free of cost, all at our expense, and we'll be sending them out in the next week to anybody who asks for them. With that, I'd like to thank you very much for this opportunity, and thank you all for taking the time to listen to these few words I've had to share with you today.
Well, thank you, Don, for that. That was very interesting. I have to say that all of the images that I saw were very inviting, and I would love to be a part of any of those images. Now, I'd like to introduce Gordon Bruce and Steven Lardner, who have been working on solutions for many years to bring a safer and healthier indoor environment to all of us. Room to Breathe was launched well before COVID in the late 2019, and I think we can see the benefit from protecting our health from the invisible dangers lurking around us. So, I'd like to introduce Gordon Bruce.
Thank you, Michael. First of all, it's a pleasure to be invited along today to take part in this Wellness Matters webinar. And I think Shores Global have got to be commended for being well ahead of the game in creating such an environment to show these things. And very interesting, Dawn, and some of the things you're saying there about turning almost the clock back to the old days about outdoors and things, and that's essentially what we will hope to present to you as well. But first of all, Stephen and I would like you to watch this short promotional video.
The environment around us has changed, so the environment we live and breathe in needs to evolve. Introducing Room to Breathe, the provider of safer, healthier indoor environments for absolute protection against the dangers of viruses, toxins, pathogens, and microbes. We kill up to 99.99% of viruses and bacteria in the air and surfaces with our unrivaled decontamination process. Then we prevent with our unique BioTouch antimicrobial coating, providing a permanent protection to all surfaces. Then we protect with our bespoke air sanifier, which provides continuous protection for any indoor environment. Room to Breathe can also provide protection when you sleep with the Spry Pure hermetically sealed PneumaPure filtration pillow range, designed for a healthier, more comfortable sleep, no matter where you lay your head. Room to Breathe has been tested for safety and for effectiveness, with components approved by the United States Environmental Protection Agency and the Center for Disease Control. And whether you are a hotelier, work in the spa and wellness or education sector, operate in the travel industry, in a care home environment, or in the healthcare industry, we can provide you and your clients with that certified peace of mind and continuous protection for the air and surfaces. So although our future might not be clearer, it will certainly be healthier. Room to Breathe, the natural evolution for all indoor environments.
It's what we're focusing on, and it's important to point out that this is not just about COVID. As Michael said at the beginning, this was launched late 2019, where we've seen it as a hypoallergenic offering. But certainly our focus is now more on the virus or a future virus that may come along. So yeah, next slide. So why are we here? Fresh air, indoor air quality is what we're predominantly talking about, but to touch on what Don was saying, a good night's sleep, wellness, that type of solution is what we're providing. COVID-19, I won't spend time on this. We all know about it being airborne now, having the World Health Organization accepting that, and even hospitals are suffering from these issues as well. So how do we do it is what we're going to talk about next. The EPA recognise that indoor air is up to 5 times worse than outdoor air, and that's particularly important when we think about city centres, you know, where the air from traffic, exhausts, etc. are particularly bad. What's in our indoor air? There's airborne particles, there's household gases, VOCs what they call. Obviously we know about viruses, that type of thing, mould, bacteria, yeasts, mites, and again PM 2.5, which is the small particles. These are the types of things that we deal with as well. So cleaning up all of these indoor contaminants. This is the first stage. We decontaminate with a proprietary product, which is unique to ourselves. We actually use it as a hand sanitizer, and it's in our water-based hand gels as well. So we don't have alcohol there, but we rid the room of any kind of contaminants to begin with. Harmless to humans, and it's actually safe on skin. That then allows us to apply BioTouch to all surfaces. Now this is the foundation of all of our systems, CDC, EPA and FDA approved. It bonds to any surface, including textiles, and it produces a mechanical kill rather than a toxic or a poison kill. Now this is important, where this can be retrofitted to any environment. We're actually working with one provider, creating isolation rooms as well, hopefully. So as I say, a microbial kill, you can see here a symbol or an image showing a bed of nails where bacteria, mould, yeast or viruses land on the surface and it's mechanically ruptured. As I say, this allows for chemical-free cleaning. So you're using water and microfiber cloths to wipe away the dead debris. So that reduces that indoor air or VOC issue as well. And it's also safer for the guest. Chemical-free cleaning, again, the hypoallergenic experience rather than this just being a COVID solution. This short little video, I don't know if it's going to play, shows it as a demonstration of the mechanical kill. I don't think it is. So next slide. This is just a sample of, you can see the bottom image is BioTouch, where it kills the microbes only where it's applied. The image in the middle is a leaching or poisoning effect where it leaches beyond the area it's protected, and the petri dish at the top is an untreated sample. So that just shows you the mechanical kill and non-leaching, non-poisoning of the surrounding, whether that be your skin or someone touching surfaces. The BioTouch to it. This is an image, an electron microscope image. On the right hand side you see BioTouch, which has prevented yeast growing on a surface. Now yeast is a hospital acquired infection, much bigger than MRSA. Again, water and a microfiber cloth to wipe away the debris. One of the last stages is we introduced the air sanifier. Originally NASA developed technology for the space program. This was designed to make fruit and vegetables last longer on the space shuttle, and it's been developed more since then. And again, as I said, bacteria, molds, fungus, yeasts, PM2.5s, VOCs, everything that's in that air that we're creating with this tighter, warmer indoor environment, all that nasty stuff we reduce. Now, it's important to say that we don't create a sterile environment. It's all we're doing is reducing risk. And it's low maintenance cost. There's no filters in this. So it's like we've got an extensive range, even from vehicles to elevators to large open events. We've got products going into some really quite large theatres, etc. So again, no filters and very low maintenance. This is a little video that shows you normally how this acts, where the air is drawn through the air sanifier. But again, it's not, the killing is not done inside the unit, it's done out in the room. So it's not trying to, like an HVAC system, it's not trying to clean the air through the air sanifier, it's actively seeking it out in the air and on surfaces. One of the safest indoor environments around, and certainly having the safest, healthiest. So again, these are protecting you whilst you're visiting. So now I'd like to introduce Steven to take the next stage of the room to breathe, and specifically the bed options that Steven will talk about. Steven?
Yeah, thanks, Gordon. So Spry Pure, which is the last part, an integral part of the room to breathe system, is the world's only hermetically sealed and filtered bedding, with origins in the medical world for infection prevention, and taking it into the next level with wellness. Any PneumoPure filtered bedding stops all allergens, pathogens, and or body fluids from entering the products. So when you lie on the bedding, for example, you're not going to be breathing in any of the nasties which would be in a traditional sewn product. And we're pleased to say, that it's also installed within the Innovation Lounge there in Miami. And what we've also done is, for the first time, along with Susan, looking at the innovation of PneumoPure, is we've extended that now to throw cushions and on the outer decks for the loungers. protect the product and obviously to protect those multi-use items as well. And last but not least, we now feature BioTouch, which is a proprietary product to Room to Breathe as well. We'll hand back across to you, Gordon, yeah.
So this was just a case study again, showing a reduction in absenteeism in an office environment certainly, and we have ample research data showing you the benefits that can be gained from the system. Next slide. Again, we touched on earlier, they reckon 40% of the world's population suffers from at least one allergy, and this is why the concept of Room to Breathe was created. But it's an absolute protection when you combine all of these products working symbiotically, reducing the allergens, and people will travel. There's lots of people who don't travel because they don't feel they'll be safe in the indoor environment. And again, Room to Breathe look to answer that problem. The last stage is we certify the room, and you can see the certificate. It tells the guest what you are doing proactively to keep them safe and not simply just clean. The problem with cleaning all the time is, they're not using products properly with dwell time, etc. Lots of science there. But by telling your guest this is what you're doing, they're giving them and providing them peace of mind, and with the products getting a better night's sleep, and therefore answering that wellness factor. Again, we feel it's very important to let the guests know what you're doing proactively and not reactively. See, this is happening as well for isolation rooms as well on board. So our products are completely safe for humans. Once we apply the BioTouch, completely inert, no toxins, no poisons, and in theory what we're doing is recreating Mother Nature's cleaning effects with the air sanifier. We're not trapping and containing and causing other problems with lack of maintenance of filters. It's continually cleaning and protecting your environment. We can show again the US or the return on investment. It's quite clear to be seen how you can generate extra income, whether this is just treated as a hypoallergenic room or an upgrade, or whether you provide it to your whole suite of rooms or cabins. This is an example that we show to some hoteliers just to monetize it for them. If they were to put a surcharge of $10 per room per night with a 72% occupancy. I can't quite see how many rooms we've got in that one. But again, this is we can show easily how you can get 100% return on your investment over the lifespan of the system. And that concludes our presentation. And I'll be happy to take any questions following it. And Susan and the team at Shows Global and Innovation Lounges. Thank you.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for those presentations. They're very interesting and two different perspectives on creating wellness and design trends for 2021 and moving forward. If there's any questions, we will post contact information so you can reach out to either of the companies that are involved. And please visit the Innovation Lounge website as well for those companies and many others for design trends and innovations for 2021 and moving forward. So if there are any questions, we'd be more than happy to answer some questions, if there are any. As well, posted at the end of this webinar so people can scan and get the information needed to pursue contacting both of the companies involved. And gentlemen, do you guys have anything that you want to add to your presentations? Thank you both for participating. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Michael. As you say, thank you, Susan. I think, Dawn, we're speaking from the same page, same book. We're looking at the same solutions in some ways. So yeah, yes. We can work symbiotically with them as well.
Beautiful. Well, Gordon, I noticed that you were invited to an event in Houston, Texas, coming up in the near future. Can you expand on
that? It was today. It was with NASA and the oil industry as well. So we were presenting there today as well. And there was certainly one gentleman had said that there is a big microbial issue on board the space station. So I'm looking for a site visit very soon.
Nice. Very nice. And Don, I mean, your product speaks for itself. I've seen pictures in your magazines from all over the world, beautiful installations and applications. You really have a great product line to offer, customizable in any way, of course.
Thanks, Michael. Yes, I mean, one of the things I was going to mention, because as the video took us on a little tour of our sort of features within the Innovation Lounge there in Miami, people may well have wondered what on earth they were looking at on the sauna walls, because nobody in the world will have seen those sauna walls, which looks like compressed hay or compressed grass. Because that is exactly what those sauna walls are finished in. That is compressed alpine hay with wildflowers, and it's a fantastically well insulated product when compressed in that way. It's of course 100% natural, and for many years, the ideas of the enzymes and the benefits, the health benefits gained from filtering air through alpine hay and alpine grass have been amazing. It's the whole idea of walking in the mountains. So now we are able to offer this as a finish within saunas. So that sauna is not unfinished. That is the desired wall finishes that we saw there today. And in the steam rooms, where people are so invariably used to seeing tile or stone or marble or granite inside the steam rooms, those steam rooms, or that steam room that we saw there today, is back printed glass. So the entire steam room is an interior image, which again brings a different feel and a different environment within the bathing environment for the guest.
Nice. Stephen, when I was looking at the pillows here in the Innovation Lounge, it looks like they would be a great application for the medical industry. As you mentioned, body fluids, and can you expand on that a little bit as well?
Stephen's frozen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if he's frozen. I can certainly get him in from next door. But yeah, they are the basis is on from the medical industry, and they are waterproof. So any kind of body fluids that I won't mention, I'm sure we can imagine, yeah, are able just to wipe off, and it certainly prevents any sort of transfer of infections between patients rather than guests. But I think there's the same issue there on board. You know, if someone has a virus and they've spent their night, 6-7 hours a night breathing into a pillow, then I'm sure you can see where preventing that entering the pillow would be of benefit.
Yes, nice. And how long do those pillows last? Is there a life cycle to that?
Yeah, I'm speaking on behalf of Stephen here. Stephen's the expert, but I believe there's at least 2 years warranty on the pillows as well. So, as opposed to continually laundering pillows, a wipe clean with the BioTouch on them, makes them last far longer. So, I think, in fact, I'm wrong. I think it's 3 years, a 3-year warranty on the pillow. Again, they can be filled from anything from a budget pillow to, a fairly luxurious pillow.
Very nice.
And similarly with duvets and mattresses as well. It's the same technology.
Nice, very nice. Thank you for that information. Well, gentlemen, I think that's it. And anybody that is still participating, if you want to check out the website, again, there's QR codes you can scan. There's information on the Innovation Lounge website to contact these particular speakers today and anybody else participating in the lounge. And with that being said, I think we have come to the end of our third webinar, the Innovation Lounge. So thank you for participating, everybody, and we hope to hear from you soon. Thank you, gentlemen.